What's up, Taurus? This is going to be your love check-in for the first half of September. This is for my Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. To my regulars, thank you for being patient. I know that I did miss out on last round, which I've never done, and I apologize for that, and I announced that I had to do that for personal reasons. So I appreciate you sticking with me. Guys who are new, I do offer personal readings. All the info for that's in the description box of the video. There is a very long wait for a reading with me at the moment, so if you would like to explore your options, I have put a link to Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom, my affiliates, in the description box that are going to give you access to lots of psychics and readers located all over the world at any given time. If you go through those links, Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit $20. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Now, Taurus, I'm going to do a check-in, person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the first half of September. Anyone that's new, I say projected potential because I incorporate law of assumption into this channel. My readings are just checking in points, and they're a reading into the specific, your specific person, the situation and the circumstances, the version of you and them that you have selected. Out of the infinite that are available right now, creation is finished. Your desires are meant for you. You can have anyone or anything that you want. If you would like to manifest this differently, all it requires is a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Taurus that you're being, and selecting a new version of the person. The circumstances don't actually matter at all. Please go and look into the law of assumption, do your own research, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, Florence Scovel-Shinn, or look at some amazing content coaches online that can help you, and look at the content that I've posted in the lives that I've done, and I will do more. I promise, guys. I'm just reworking my schedule at the moment. So I like to teach as I go as well, guys, okay? So Taurus, the person on Taurus's mind, as we move through the first half of September, how are they feeling about Taurus? The world, there's been cycles, Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It seems to be that there's been some kind of a stop, or maybe they feel you're not moving towards them anymore. There's an Ace of Wands though, Taurus, and a Queen of Swords. So that they seem to want to revive passion with you, or there is chemistry and passion, but there's maybe a coldness with the Queen of Swords. Because I did say it seems to be that maybe they feel like there's been no movement. Let me have a look. Yeah, there's a Hierophant card. Well, that's you, Taurus. There's a Four of Swords. There's a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Hold on or let go. Holding on, but maybe withholding between the two of you. I mean, Hierophant card would be about commitment. So maybe this is something that feels a bit stalled. I mean, Four of Swords, it seems that things have been at a rest state. They're processing something, Taurus. Now, Hierophant card also, there could be issues here to do with religion, culture, or values. So this could be a bit like commit or don't commit, something like that. High Priestess. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles actually came out in the upright, and then the World. So there seems to be a wanting to have accomplishment with you, Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow. It could be that this is a person you've been connected to for some time. Now, I saw it in the reverse when I was shuffling how they're feeling about you. Maybe they feel like there's been a stop, or there has been no movement. And the Four of Swords tells me that things could have been at a rest state, but they've been thinking about things and processing things, and perhaps they are now having the intention that they still want to keep moving towards you. So maybe they want to, make some movement. It still seems to be slow. I mean, a Knight of Cups tells me that there could be an offer of love coming through. I do think this person has genuine emotions, and the Hanged Man in the reverse tells me they want to come unstuck. So there's a closing out of an old cycle. I do feel that there's been maybe a sense of the unknown, or maybe some confusion when it comes to the direction of this, and a stop and a stalling. But I do also think that maybe they're still kind of holding on to you in a way, like I said, holding on, but maybe not giving everything. They might feel that way about you, Taurus. I don't know. But Four of Swords, processing, thinking about things. Let's see why the Hierophant cards come out. Yeah, Page of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. They are observing you, Taurus, and Ace of Pentacles would be about commitment. I do think, look, for a small portion of you, High Priestess and the Hierophant card, you're dealing with a situation that's been slow because there's an element of secrecy here and it's involving marriage and commitment outside of the connection. But I feel for most of you that's not the case. But for those of you for whom that resonates, you know, the World card would be about there's a slow and steady because there needs to be a closing out of something else. So at this stage, it's like hold on or let go between the two of you because there's been an inability to give everything. For others of you, this person is definitely, they're still eyeing you for commitment, but it's very slow. Because the Justice card, well, I did just say it could be that there's stuff here to do with like closing out another situation. Or for others of you, you know, Justice card can be like, it is divorce, it can be legal matters. You know, you could be dealing with someone also where travel or distance is a factor, and that could also be slowing things down. I mean, we've got that Ace of Wands. So this person's passionate about you, Taurus, and they want to reignite the passion. One more on the Four of Pentacles, like hold on or let go. This person also could be watching you, Taurus, wondering whether or not you might be, I mean, Hierophant card, Ace of Pentacles, maybe they're wondering whether or not you're moving on, or if you're in some kind of a commitment, if things have been on pause, you know. Yeah, Two of Swords, because it seems to be that their blindfolds on, they're not sure, and things have been stuck, and there's been indecision maybe on the direction forward. And then the Lovers cards in the reverse. You know, this feels like a strong soul connection, but they might feel like maybe now the love feels a bit one-sided. They're not sure, is the love returned? Maybe because it's taken so long. Look, Taurus, there's a Tower card here. I feel, Taurus, for some of them, they want to reignite the passion with you because they realize that things have been slow. Now they're on pause, and there might be some kind of a fear that you're moving forward or moving on. The Justice card also would be about trying to make something right or balance between the two of you. It's possible that there's been a history where things have been very unclear or hidden in some kind of a way, the High Priestess card. And I do feel, Taurus, this person's trying to find ways to observe you. Maybe they don't know where you're at. They don't know what you're up to. And Page of Swords is analysis. So this is someone, yeah, like you're either separated through distance or there's been a pause or a stop. And they're trying to gather information. Tower card, I mean, this could be, you know, that this person is going through some kind of a tower moment. So for some of you, this person's closing out something else, and now they're like, well, where Taurus at? Could be dealing with someone that, like I said, is going through a divorce or, you know, whatever's been stalling this connection. Now they're like, okay, is there opportunity here for renewal? Because we have two aces on the table. Or have they lost their chance? Because maybe they think maybe you've moved forward or moved on. And for others of you, you know, the Tower is more like a personal epiphany. So they could be feeling like, well, they've been very slow going to come through and, you know, maybe commit. And it's been stalled. And now, you know, the Two of Swords has been stalled due to indecision. And now there's this sort of feeling like, well, potentially, is this lost? Okay, I mean, Justice card, yeah, is about balance, fairness, and the Knight of Cups is about, you know, an offer. Some want to maybe come in and make something right or apologize to you. So I'll get some more details from the oracles. Maybe apologies for taking too long, apologies for not deciding or not choosing in some kind of a way. Taurus, I say in all the reads, you know, I'm reading their side of the street, but it's not really relevant. You know, this is one timeline, but this is sort of where we're headed now with this version. It's more important to decide what you want and go from there. So I'll explain it when I get your cards. But the Tower card, yeah, this is sort of like some kind of a shake-up this person is having, you know, because I feel like King of Cups, I mean, They seem to have a lot of love for you. Perhaps that was something that they were holding back on in some kind of a way, or because something was stalling them or keeping them indecisive. Now it's like, well, they feel a lot for you, and maybe they feel like they need to keep moving towards you and build something, or they may lose you. I don't know, lose you, the Lovers card in the reverse. Let me take a look at your side of the street, Taurus. We've got Scorpio energy, Gemini energy. I mean, Gemini, again, duality. They could feel like you have another option or a choice, or there was issues here to do with choices or not deciding. And now that's led to some kind of a tower, like there might be a loss here. Makes sense? And they still want accomplishment with you, Taurus. So, but they're still like Four of Pentacles, hold on or let go. There could be an awareness that they were withholding from you quite a lot. Some of you, they were withholding information, and that could be what they also want to like come clean about or make good on. Okay, with potential for renewal, passion, and potentially commitment. So let me have a look at you, Taurus. Okay, what's going on for Taurus? Two of Cups. You feel like this person's a soulmate. So they have the Lovers card as well. So you could have a soul contract with this person. And you've got Ten of Swords, but in the reverse. So you might feel a sense of betrayal here, Taurus, but you're getting past that. And then there's a Tower. So Taurus, maybe there's also been a tower between you and this person, and I just saw the Knight of Wands. So you might have felt like this person was a little bit unstable, or has been unstable or non-committal. But then I just saw the King of Cups. So you feel that you love this person, or you believe they love you. I mean, also could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Seems to be that I'm seeing a lot of double cards. So, Tower, what's not working must go. And I saw that Knight of Wands. So maybe you feel like this person has in the past been a little non-committal, or quote unquote hot and cold, in and out, stop, start, indecisive in some kind of a way. Like more passion, less commitment. I mean, the Hierophant card, Taurus, is you. This is about traditional values. And something seems to have stalled this from going forward. So if that's what you want, that's maybe what has been slow going, or you haven't been kind of getting that. And that might be, like I said, this person sort of maybe has been holding on to you, but withholding. And maybe this has caused some kind of a tower between the two of you. Yeah, Two of Wands. So Taurus, you feel like you've been left at a crossroads, or this person's been indecisive, and you're like, a decision needs to be made. Now, for some of you, you have more than one option, like go that way or go that way, or you haven't been happy with the direction this has been heading in. So now you're thinking also about the future. Okay, now for some of you, just dealing with a situation that involves travel, because literally the Two of Wands has a world. You might be thinking, okay, it's more so about, is this what I really want? Or there's been confusion because of that. And it's like, well, that could be a factor. That's a small portion of you. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, again, the Fool would also be about travel or taking a leap. Maybe this feels like a risk. For some of you, this could be like, okay, I'd need to make a big change. But like for others of you, I don't know, the Fool would be about, can I leap onto a new cycle with this person, or should I leap onto something else? So it might be that you have something else around you, Taurus. Okay? Yeah, because the Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. You're like, maybe not really sure if you should invest in this anymore. Maybe you have been waiting around a little bit. Like you built groundwork with this person. Because as I said to you, it seems to be that this hasn't been very stable. There's been indecision. So you're not sure if you're still invested. Three of Cups in the reverse, Taurus. So for some of you, this sort of feels like a bit of you might feel like there's other people in the mix, or you're in some kind of a love triangle. Small portion of you that you might know that. And guys, don't take a story if it's not your story. And I'm not saying that just, to be sweet or anything. Like, in the end of the day, everything anyway is just your manifestation. And even if you do have third parties, it's just crystallized it's collapsed in a timeline in your reality because of something to do with your consciousness. Like, this would be a story about, you not being committed to, not being enough, not being the chosen one. So we don't even have to really give a shit or be triggered by it. But if you don't know that and it's not founded, guys, don't take it as your story, because the truth is, whatever you focus on, like if you find that that's triggering, then I say it to you, it's like, then there's a reason that's triggering, because this might be a fear that you have, and if you focus too much on that, then that's stuff, whatever you focus on, guys, crystallizes. So don't take things that I tell you as like fixed or information that you need to pay attention to. But the Three of Cups in the reverse, you feel like you've been stalled. You don't feel like maybe this person has been commitment. And I pointed that out. This can also be other friends and people in the mix. You've been feeling like this person has been stalling and you're not a priority in some kind of a way, or maybe you're not sure they're worth investing in because, yeah, maybe they choose other, maybe not romantic options, but other people, right? Maybe this person likes to go out, isn't seeming too serious, something like that. Yeah, there's a Five of Wands and it's in the reverse. You don't want to compete. You don't want to compete for time, attention, anything, right? And there has been maybe tension between the two of you because it seems that things have been stalled. Now, I did say to you, Taurus, you know, this person I do feel is watching you and processing something, because there's a Tower energy here, feeling like, okay, they're having a bit of a wake up. Like, is this crumbling? Like, could they possibly lose an opportunity with you? Have you moved on? You might have pulled back from this situation or stopped investing because you assume this person is not invested or is stalled or indecisive, or you may believe this person has someone or other people around, okay? So you can manifest away third parties, guys. You can look at like my previous Taurus videos or any of the content that I've posted in lives and it'll explain, or go and look at coaches like Sammy Ingram, Manifesting with Kimberly, or any of them. They're all going to tell you it doesn't fucking matter, okay? So there's another version or infinite versions of this playing out right now. You can just change this with your mind. You need to be the version of Taurus that is chosen in a loving, loyal, committed relationship. Don't focus on third parties, but change the subconscious. Choose a version of Taurus that doesn't have a belief that you're not the chosen one, or that people don't commit to you, or this person is non-committal, or whatever the hell it is, okay? Yeah, the moon. You don't necessarily trust this person with the moon. It's also, the moon, guys, quite frankly, Taurus, is your shadow. So it's your fear that you have to compete, your fear like this person's not going to commit, or they don't prioritize you or something. So you unconsciously assign them a role to show up and confirm some belief that you have about self, subconsciously, or relationships, and then their behavior potentially has then, it's like you've assigned them the role, then they say and do certain things because they're you pushed out, that then trigger that fear, and then potentially even confirm it for those of you that have it's founded, like you feel like this person is hidden things from you and there's third parties and there's competition. You've manifested all of it, guys. But anyway, the moon also, you feel like things are foggy or secrets. You know, you both have the High Priestess and the moon. They could also feel like they don't have all the information about you, Taurus, you know? And then the Eight of Cups, like part of you just thinks this isn't serving you anymore, the Eight of Cups. Part of you also have a fear that this person's leaving you for someone else. It just, there's fears being triggered here through also maybe feeling like this person, there could be a trust issue here. You could be like not trusting this, or feeling like this person hides things from you. Founded or unfounded, guys. If you want it, even if it's founded, you still manifested it. So you would need to work on that fear or insecurity where you chose a version of the person that is somehow showing up and confirming that you can't trust, or that people cheat, or people don't, whatever it is, guys. And I'm not going to go on these rants that I normally do in my readings, but for those that are new, that aren't familiar with the way that I read, that is more law of assumption skewed. I don't really give a shit if you don't agree with me when I say that you have manifested them. And then, like, I'm not going to encourage like the victim thing here. It's not nice if someone lies or hides things from you, but you still selected that from somewhere in your consciousness. So if you don't want to ever have that again, you've got to also look at if this is something you selected, why? And you also don't want to carry that forward and have an assumption that that's how people show up in your relationships, and then you know, recreate that situation. But anyway, Taurus, you're like, should I walk away? I also said that they're a bit hold on or let go. I do think that they are still spying on you heavily, and even on this timeline, they want a new start. So Taurus, if you want this person, even on this timeline, they're kind of like, okay, I don't want to lose Taurus, is what I'm getting, and hoping for a new beginning, and they want to come unstuck with you. You are at the crossroads. You're going to need to choose, Taurus, if you want them or you don't want them. And if you make a decision and you shift with your mind, you don't have to chase this version or manipulate this version. If you make a decision, they're going to show up and confirm what you dominantly assume. So if you say, no, there's no one else, they want me, that's it. Or even if they've said they're not ready to commit, you say, no, they're committed, they want to marry me, they're whatever, they will. Okay? Go and look into it. But if you assume because of old things that have been said or done or anything or whatever your assumptions are, and you hold them dominantly in that assumption that they're not the commitment type, or they're in a commitment, doesn't fucking matter, guys, and you're not manipulating or ruining lives or karma or any of that, guys. You're literally selecting out of the quantum field another timeline, and third parties go away. Test it, okay? But if you stay here and you assume that they're never going to be ready, or they don't want commitment, they're not the commitment type or whatever, then even if they come in Knight of Cups and they are shifting a bit, which you're manifesting as well, you're going to still, they're not going to come in and fully conform. So you have to make new assumptions in the very least about them and dominantly assume that they're the version that you want them to be. And there's no competition, no third parties. But Taurus, if they're coming in, their energy's confusing or they're stalled or unsure, it's still it's you pushed out. So you're going to need to make a decision here. Some of you might have something else. Some of you have some travel coming up, Taurus, with the Fool card, and you're not sure, okay? But I would say deal with any trigger here with the Moon card, and that's what's not serving you. 8 of Cups and the Moon, if there's like fears and limiting beliefs about self that are being triggered by this situation. Now, you've got Aquarius energy and Pisces energy. So let's get you some oracles. I think that this person, because we've got Knight of Cups and the Justice card, you know, for those of you where there's been a row around like something that was secretive, or even just like this person maybe not being fully, you know, fair in some kind of a way. It seems to be that they're still hoping for a new start, and there's an emotional bond this person feels, and they want to be romantic. And I do think this person has a fear of losing you. So there's going to be a gesture. What you do with that and the quality of like that interaction is going to come down to you and what state of consciousness that you're in. So guys, you can take this reading as like the check-in, and then you can fuck away all of it and then make a decision how you want this to go moving forward, or what you want to manifest. Yeah, go and look into what I've already recommended and maybe some of the coaches. Let's see what this person wants. Yeah, so they're very nostalgic about you. This says the past, memories, nostalgia. Okay. Now we have the Tower, guys. There is an upheaval. It's possible there's been upheaval between the two of you. It says drama, then there's been obstacle, but now there's upheaval. Okay, Taurus? Grass is greener. Jealousy. Better option. Now, Taurus, you may have manifested a version of a person where you feel like they were keeping their options open in some kind of way, or you were an option. And I have already said that this person's having some kind of a upheaval, wondering whether or not you are moving on to like some other better option or something. There's jealousy here. This is also 4 of Pentacles in the reverse is possessiveness, is jealousy, divine intervention. So this has sparked something in them, okay? Because this says catalyst. I also feel like you have a spiritual connection with this person, because we have that Lovers card. We also have Hierophant card, which is spiritual. There's third party energy here. Now, for some of you where that is your story and there has been something with a third party or third parties, and you know it, I already explained all about that. It might have collapsed. Now they want to make things right with you. They also, for those of you where this person is involved with someone else, there's a crumbling potentially, and now they have a fear that they've lost their chance with you and you've moved on. All the third party shit, guys, anyway, again, has come from you, from this timeline, this just version of Taurus, the state of consciousness that you're in, where you unconsciously selected this version of the connection. So it's come down to something with a story that you have not. You don't need to go and heal your inner child now endlessly. You just need to recognize it and pick the version of Taurus which already exists. Whole timeline. You have no history of ever not being chosen, or any third parties, or any cheating, or any of it, guys, because this just says interference, competition, cheating. Now, it also just could be coming down to that this person has been stalling for a long time, has been undecided, and now they have, you know, this kind of wake-up call that there might be competition. But either way, if you were wanting this person to come to the table and actually give you more, and they weren't committing, it's still coming down to you having a story about, like, people don't commit to me, choose me, prioritize me, whatever it is. Friends, crossroads, choices, indecisive. I just said that. So for some of you, this person, this was not non-committal, could have been more like friends with benefits, or indecisions around the way forward, or multiple options. Now they're wondering if you have multiple options. It says new love, which actually is one, I said they're wondering if you have new love. Secondly, this says new beginning. And this says proposal, love offer, engagement, agreement. And I did say this person, one, could be wondering if that's what you're moving on to. And two, this person's eyeing you out and actually thinking, well, what if that is the one? And maybe this is their intention, Taurus. And if you want it, it is their fucking intention. Because whatever you say it is, guys, thought transmission is very real. And also, like I said, quantum shifting. And I believe in multi-world theory, and that there's infinite versions and timelines. If you say this person wants to marry me, you will manifest it. But anyway, proposal of some kind. This person wants to come in, love offer, and reconciliation, guys. Reunion, second chance, back together, I miss you. This says travel. So for some of you where there is distance here, this would be about a travel towards each other. Some of you, there's distance. You're going on a getaway, and maybe they're worried that they're going to lose you because they think they're spying on you. They think maybe you're moving on and you're going to meet someone. I don't know. Something along those lines, Taurus. Either way, this person wants to reconcile with you. So you need to decide, even on this timeline, that's what's coming in. You need to decide actually what you're manifesting and be pretty clear about that. Okay? All right, guys, I hope that resonated for you. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please. And I'll check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.